सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, Mahayogi Swami Umanand Saraswati ki jai. Friends, we are on 18th chapter. We are coming close to our conclusion of the text. It's a very prestigious work, and trying to finish it before 14th August, that is Krishnashtami, is bound to get us beautiful grace, I'm sure, for all those who are listening, and also I hope to me. I'm trying to serve and find out whether we can understand the text. Well, chapter 18, it defines again a few more terms. I'm going to probably deal with it in two more videos because it needs a little distinctness, and let's not hurry because the topic is very beautiful. Now we are going to talk about sattvic intelligence. Intelligence is of three types, then happiness is of three types, courage is of three types. So we are going to again apply the attributes of Prakriti to intelligence, to courage and happiness here. Now intelligence, let's come to intelligence. Now again, what is sattvic intelligence? Now a person who's of sattvic intelligence, he may be living normal life but with the qualities of a sannyasi. A very detached person, quiet person who understands the weaknesses of others and the qualities one should possess, and he is a balanced person. Then, or he can be a proper sannyasi and yet perform his duties very well. So this is sattvic intelligence. He also knows what is being introvertedness, and he also knows the need of being extrovertedness. So normally the practitioners of Kundalini Yoga fall into this category because they are intuitively guided at the right time of how to go through the situation. That is a very helpful quality of intelligence and Kundalini Yoga. Then they know what is duty, and though they also know what is being done, which is non-dutiful. They know, they are aware of it, the difference between the two. They also have fear and they also have courage. So they have fear when it is required, and probably it is easier to save many situations. But they also have a courage when they feel that is required. Now this could be a mental courage, a physical, intellectual courage. So you must be able to take right decisions or stand by the side which is right. That also needs courage. So something like that they are also bound and yet liberated. Now this is a very sweet situation. Somewhere I'm probably caught in this little. I'm very attached to my grandson. I'm very attached to him, and I truly I love that child. And yet I am very equally, I adore my Guru too. I mean, there is a very beautiful element which is binding me to my material life, family life, and there is a very beautiful strong strength which is binding me to my Guru. But probably these two have given me a little balanced approach to my life. And I'm right now enjoying the fruits of being attached to both. So I think this could be a little sattvic intelligence. Anyway, let's move on to the rajasic intelligence. Here we have the example of Arjun. Now Arjun, he doesn't know whether he should fight or not fight, that is war or not war. So that's a rajasic intelligence. It's a confused state where you don't know what is right from wrong. And the third one is very interesting. It decides to accept what is right as what is wrong as right. And now once they accept it, then how much ever you try to convince them, it's of no use. It makes no difference to them because they've already said whatever is wrong is considered to be right for them. So there is nothing one can do. Even gods are helpless with such people. The example of Ravan can be taken here. He was so sure that he is right in kidnapping Rama's wife Sita, that his wife tried to convince him that you got so many beautiful maidens in our coat, and instead of going and bringing some wife, I mean, he just ended up finally losing all his 10 heads, which decided to accept the wrong as right. Well, now we come to the next one, which is courage. Now, courage again. You must have courage. That is, it's actually a control over mind. Now, we think sometimes we feel that you need courage to fight, but you may need more courage not to fight. A person, we have four trump cards uh, uh, in the cards of the game we play. There are four types of trump cards. We have the space, the clubs, the hearts, and the diamonds. Now, we can use one of them. Similarly, we have four cards with us, which are physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual strength. Now, people are only using physical strength. There is a possibility of using a mental strength, an intellectual strength, and spiritual strength. Now we have, I'm glad Mr. Modi is choosing, he's trying to say that we should speak certain terms out rather than go for wars directly. It's not that we can't fight, but we should speak. Yes, this needs courage. To fight is being sure that you are going to lose. That's why you have taken two arms. So don't do that. I mean, we should think of it. Man has to think about saving mankind. If man doesn't save mankind, animal world is not going to come and save us. Our gods are not going to come to save us. They are only responses to the mortal world. Gods only send their responses to the mortal world. If you pray, they will appear. If you don't pray, they don't appear. So they are responding to your activities. They are not initiating an act in the mortal world. One must remember that. In mortal world, a mortal is initiating the activities, and therefore whatever our results going to be, they are responses of the other worlds to us. Anyway, then there is a Rajasic courage. Rajasic courage, you only think of the benefits. Now, that is Rajasic courage, that if there is war, then through the sale of weapons, I may earn. That's a very ridiculous thing. But that is sort of a Rajasic courage. Then there is a Tamasic courage, that you tend to be a dreamer. You are a dreamer throughout. If I would do this if I were this, and I would do this if I were that. That's a dreamer. And he dreams, and if he cannot attain, he will all the time blame, being sorrowful about it. He's not able to, suppose, do some job. He'll say, I'm so helpless and I cannot help myself, and it's so sad. Like sometimes some of the beggars, all some may be in need, genuine need, but some may be just saying, I don't have a job, so what should I do? I might as well. So that is something which one has to take care of. This is man being in dreams and sorrows and distress all the time. That is tamasic courage. Then you have the types of happiness. Happiness, yes. You have this man, he forgets sorrows and enjoys being happy. I mean, it's like, first it sounds like a very compromising state, like poison or something, and then it ends up in happiness. Like, let's say the medicines given by the doctors, they might be bitter, so you don't want to have it. It seems very bad to taste. But after having, if you recover, then you say, well, it was worth it. Something like that. And then there are some happinesses which are like elixir first and later they become poison. Like sugar for diabetic people, they are very fond of sweets. So once they want to eat these, they know that sugar is going to go up. So it's dangerous for them. Then you have the third is desires first and then sleep throughout. So this is like eating heavy food and then going off to sleep. Well, friends, that is like that is sort of a happiness which is tamasic happiness. Now, this chapter leads us to another, one more topic I would like to take from here is Varna system. Now, the Varna system, let's not worry about whether it was right, it is right or wrong. Let's just state its place in the society at a certain time. It had this state. So we will just go by what was stated about it earlier in earlier period, and you choose the best from it for yourself. You have wisdom, which has freedom, so it's okay. Now you have this. The Brahmin community was supposed to serve gods. Then you have the Kshatriya, which was supposed to serve the country. And then you had the Vaishyas, who were supposed to undertake business and trade to help the society. And the fourth was Shudras, who did not fall in these first three categories, but were yet willing to work and serve the society. The other three classes, they would say. Now, they also had certain qualities. You can call them qualities, or you can even look upon them as limitations. Whatever word makes you feel comfortable, you can use that. Uh, we have the head is above the heart, so don't worry about the heart part of it. You use your brains to make yourself comfortable. And the person who served God was supposed to be serene, self-controlled, with austerities, wanting to perform austerities, try and be pure as possible. Then we have forbearance, then uprightness, wisdom, knowledge or pursuer of knowledge, and faith in religion. That was expected out of a Brahmin class. Then we had the Kshatriya class. Earlier they were named after the kings and all. The class probably was termed for the kings, but then slowly it indicated heroism, vigor, steadiness, resourcefulness, generosity, leadership. Then we had the traders class, which was given the job of agriculture and trade and cattle and sheep and things like that. And then we had the other duties, which were waiting upon, being guards, being servants, cleaning the homes, and washing the things, whatever it was. So that was, and we still have those four classes. It's not that we don't have. Of course, we have no business to look down on anybody, but each one is an important part of the society as a worker. Well, the Varna system promised two things: that if you belong to a certain Varna and you observe it, but with the intentions of knowing God, then obviously you will attain Siddhatva. And one more thing was said was try and follow the Dharma which is allotted to you, because even if it has certain difficulties, each Dharma has difficulties. Now, normally I say the Brahmin class, they need to just keep a plate and have the whole head shaven off. Now, all youngsters may not be very comfortable with that. And then you're supposed to have one meal a day, and you're supposed to continuously study like Ved and Shastra and all. So these are difficulties. But then this is one class which has kept thousands of years the mantra tradition alive. So each class has got certain problems. Kshatriyas, hundreds of people have died on the battlefields. I mean, today we have warriors coming from all four sects of life, and who are who are willing to lay their life for the country. They come from different classes and castes, so it's not hard and fast rule. However, the duties have to be done, and without much intention, so focused on desires and the results of it. Automatically, it is as good as living a life of sannyas. So here we have I will only introduce two aspects of this particular topic here. The earlier one we talked about sannyas and tyag, and classifications of knowledge and karma and karta. And now we are also trying to introduce in just the classifications of what should I say, the Varna system, as well as the classifications of intelligence, and we've already done it. So we will stop here. because we are now going to the next topic, which will be probably tomorrow, which is the Brahma Prapti. That is the final culminating state, uh, which we are supposed to be led to through the studies of the various scriptures. Um, Let me stop here. I'm Swami Radhikanand from Pune. We may just have another two more, and we will be completing chapter 18. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.